Vanakkam, Vandanam, Swagatam. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Next.
All right. Okay. So, my name is Kaarthi. I represent Pvt Ltd Education Pvt Ltd. I hope I'm audible to the audience at the back. Am I? Super. Thank you. I'm extremely delighted to be a part of this educational summit, sharing space with some of the stalwarts from various domains of education. So thank you, ELETS, for inviting me here. Without further ado, because the next session is going to be lunch, I guess, so I will keep my presentation really short. Let me introduce my organization and the product that we offer to schools. So Karadi Path is an offshoot of Karadi Tales, an international children's book publishing house started in the year 1996, pioneering in audiobooks and picture books. As we grew popular, schools started using our materials as a language development tool, both formally and informally. While this was happening, we received an email from a non-profit which was running some schools in Dharavi, and they wrote to us stating that English was always a challenge for them. But after using our materials in the schools, they saw that children were engaging with the language, and there was a lot of interaction and transition happening. So we went there to observe this phenomena, and while we were there, we also realized that these kids were also speaking 3 to 4 languages effortlessly. When the entire world is struggling to learn a language or teach a new language, these kids were demonstrating it to us that language learning is incredibly easy. In a country like India, where we have 23 official languages and 720 dialects. So that was our eureka moment. We immediately went into a huddle to understand what exactly is this all about. And if we could expand on this a little further to solve this language conundrum that we are facing today. And while this was happening, we also did another study in Chennai. We took 5 of the Chennai's top schools that had taught Hindi right from grade 1. We selected students specifically from grade 9 who have secured more than 70%. But did not have any Hindi exposure outside the classroom. What we learned from this study is that these kids who aced the examinations were not able to understand an unfamiliar book given to them in Hindi, or for that matter could hold themselves or strike a conversation with someone in Hindi. So, and this story repeats, and it's not just restricted to Hindi. So, but if that is the current situation, how did we all learn a language? Right? So this is where we come in. What we do in Karadi Path is we offer a pedagogy to schools that mimics the natural language acquisition process. To share a small story, I am from Tamil Nadu. I did not speak a single word in Hindi till I completed my graduation. I did not know a single word in Hindi. And I was posted in Madhya Pradesh after I completed my graduation. I landed in Bhopal. I took with me a Hindi-English dictionary along with me, thinking that it could help me to decode whatever the other guy is talking about. So I tried to strike a conversation with few individuals out there, and especially with the cab driver to take me to Indore from Bhopal. He was talking to me in Hindi and I was conversing with him in English, and we were at an impasse. I was flipping through the pages furiously to decode, okay, maybe I might be able to decode something from this book, but alas, to no avail. That is when I realized language learning cannot follow a logical approach. It is 100% intuitive and immersive. So what we offer here in Karadi Path is an English-rich environment to students in the classroom. And once you immerse an individual in this particular environment and provide them with verbal and non-verbal stimuli, it automatically leads to prediction, discovery, and transference. In simple words, This verbal and non-verbal stimuli could be categorized into 4 tenets: voice expression, facial expression, actions, objects and visuals. Now coming to the pedagogy of Karadi Path, right. So as I said earlier, this product was developed after researching on this mother tongue philosophy for about 16 years, and we have come up with this model which mimics the mother tongue philosophy. I'm sure you would have seen a lot of videos of kids, speaking, who have not even attended a formal school, speaking, foreign languages like Deutsch, Japanese, or for the matter French. So how does all this happen? So this is the pedagogy that we are offering to schools, and we provide various entry points to the language for the kids to immerse themselves. So one entry point to the language would be non-verbal listening. The other entry point could be non-verbal listening with text. The third entry point could be non-verbal listening with pictures, illustrations, tone, contextual words, contextual clues, surrounding words. All these entry points will immerse the child in an environment through which prediction and discovery happens. And this pedagogy of ours is divided into 4 modules: action, music, reading, and story. The action module allows the child to internalize the language structure by offering a variety of commands and constantly varying the previously taught commands. So thereby creating a playful and a kinesthetic way of learning in the classroom. The second module is music. We all know and we have all fallen in love with music over various time frames. So what we have done is we have created various rhymes which are set in the Indian milieu. And these scientifically scripted rhymes that we have created can tune the child's ears to the sound of language. The third module, and I'm so sorry I missed one point, is that this particular module tries to, makes the child predict patterns, whereas the action module establishes pattern. This module helps the child to predict these patterns. The third module is the reading module. This module acts as a bridge between the phonetic and the sight-word reading approach. So rather than identifying a word as a combination of individual letters, it helps the child in recognizing it as a word or a picture. So that's the reading module. The fourth module is story. This module imbibes all the elements of natural language acquisition process. It has a dose of action, it has a dose of voice expression, it has a dose of theater, all included in this story module. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is in a nutshell about the modules that we offer to schools in the classroom. And this program is basically for children from grade K to 5. So it's basically a pre-primary and a primary program. We are working with more than 3,000 schools across the country. We are present in elite of the elite schools, as well as we are present with, present in tribal schools, vernacular medium schools. We are working with 5 state governments. And we have also been recognized by Project Literacy Lab as one of the top 16 innovators in the world to bridge the language gap by the year 2030 in the world. This is a big achievement for Karadi Path, and I'm proud to say that we are creating a lot of impacts in the lives of children through this particular program. So that's about Karadi Path and the methodology. So if you're free enough, please drop into our stall. We can give loads of information about the program in detail and the schools that we are working with. Thank you so much.